We're joined now by Clare Byam-Cook, who's a trained nurse and a midwife who's been helping mothers to breastfeed since 1989. So you've got an excellent track record at all of this. Good morning to you.
Morning.
What are the reasons why women aren't breastfeeding then? Is it that they're choosing not to? Is it because they're not able to? What's behind this?
About 30% of mothers won't even try. And I think they're the ones that this paper is trying to target. But the reality is the vast majority of the ones, like the mother you've just interviewed, want to breastfeed. They just find it too difficult. And what really infuriates me is when mothers like that are made to feel guilty. Because my view is she's the new mother. She's not the expert. So she knows she wants to breastfeed. She's presumably had all sorts of advice from midwives, health visitors and so on. And if nobody can teach her how to breastfeed pain-free with plenty of milk, then she's not the failure. And I think it all boils down to the fact we're teaching the wrong way to do it.
So, are you in favour of this?
No, I think schools have got enough to teach children without doing breastfeeding.
Because there's an 11-year-old going to be taking this on board and thinking, oh, actually, when I then come to have a baby, this is the way that I should be doing it.
I mean, it's the technique. I mean, my daughter, I'd just say, had a baby yesterday in Singapore.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. And this is the guide she gets in Singapore, and it is totally different to the guide we give mothers in England. This has pages and pages on what to do if you have common breastfeeding problems, what equipment to use, how to express milk. It's got pages on how to breastfeed in public. We don't do any of that here. We just give them booklets going on and on about the benefits of breastfeeding.
A lot of women set out with the best intention, and we just saw from those stats there that the majority of them tail off after 6 to 8 weeks. What is the right period? What duration should they be breastfeeding for?
If breastfeeding's going well, ideally you would do it for a good 6 months. But I just think any breastfeeding is better than none, and there's too much of an all-or-nothing approach. So a lot of the mothers are told, like here in the report, it's exclusive breastfeeding is recommended for 6 months. Well, only 1% of mothers achieve that. So instead of having that as a starting point, we should be saying, we want you to try and breastfeed. We, the professionals, will show you how to do it. If we can't show you how to do it perfectly, don't be afraid to give some formula. You can do a mixture of the two.
Is, you know, it can be an emotional, a stressful time when new mothers are feeling very vulnerable, aren't they?
Absolutely.
They're wanting to do the best they can for their baby, but not all of them are able to. But sometimes there is this mentality that if you're not able to, therefore you've failed or you haven't been trying hard enough.
Yes, and this is what we should get away from, because we want 100% mothers to give birth naturally. We don't want caesareans, but the reality is many mothers need a caesarean as an emergency. I would like to have perfect eyesight, but I need to wear glasses. So we should stop saying that because breastfeeding is natural, that everyone can do it, and if they're not doing it, that the mother's the failure. And we should be, the report says that breastfeeding rates in Norway are miles better than us.
So what are they doing differently there?
Exactly, what are they doing differently? That the report doesn't say.
Right.
Surely we should be going to Norway and saying, what are you doing there that we're not doing here?
Okay.